Hello, my creative friends. If you are a follower of my blog, you know that this week I'm celebrating my birthday. And one of the ways I'm doing this is having a little slumber party. The thought behind it came when I was shopping for some jammies for a trip I was taking. We were going to be visiting with family and staying in different people's houses, and I just wanted something that was fun and casual, but didn't have holes in it like my regular jammies maybe did. So I went and bought some jammies, and when I was out shopping, I kept looking at the different fabric and thinking, this would make great paper, this would make great background paper. And so I decided I'd make some of my own. And the first one I saw that I loved was this here, and I really wanted to make it, and I didn't quite know how. If I had had the pool party crafting, I think it would have been really easy to make, but I didn't. So I racked my brain and I was thinking about it for probably a couple weeks, and I came up with this technique. So I'm so excited to share it with you today. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person that's come up with this technique. I'm sure it's been done many times before, but I've never seen it done. And so for me, it feels like it's original. And I'm excited, so hopefully you will be too. Here's what I did. For my card, I used the Bliss stamp set. It was from Celebration last year. It's no longer available. And I used Vintage Vogue. Vintage Vogue is retiring. I'm so sad. This is one of my favorite stamp sets, but I have it, so I get to keep using it. But if you love it too, jump on it before it's gone. And I think it would also work really well with this Best Friends Forever stamp set, BFF. Cute, huh? And this is what I'm going to use today. I'm going to show you both, actually, because I'm just going to show you the technique, not the entire card. So let's get started. What you want to do anytime you heat emboss is you want to remove the static from your paper. So an embossing buddy is a good way to do that. You just rub it all over your cardstock, or if you don't have that handy, maybe just a dryer sheet even will work. In this case, I'm using Pool Party, but any color would work. And you take your Versamark ink pad. And what I did was I inked up my image really well. And then I got some Versamark on it and just stamped. Went back, stamped. Now you can see it does leave a little ink on your Versamark pad. This is an old one that's been well used and well loved. If you don't want that, make sure that you stamp off maybe a couple times and then do it. So I'll show you. This is what I did with the other one. I inked up my image. Actually, with bigger images, it's easier to turn it upside down, and then I stamp twice. So I think you get the idea. You stamp it in your color, you stamp it in your Versamark pad, and you place your images randomly on your paper, your cardstock. Then while it's still wet from that Versamark, I keep my clear embossing powder in this container. It's just easy to keep it contained, and you just put your lid on it and stack them on a shelf. So I put clear embossing powder all over here, making sure everything got embossing powder, and you want to be really careful that you don't touch your image. And then I'm just going to use my heat gun and emboss it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but embossing, it just kind of gives it this a little bit of a raised surface, but it also gives it a surface that will resist ink. So the next step will make the color pop out. I'm just going to take some of my Wisteria Wonder ink and Stampin', I don't know, I think they're called Stampin' Sponges. I cut mine into wedges and I attach a piece of cardstock in the same color so I can see what it is. I even write on it. This round tab punch is being discontinued, so if you like this idea and want to make these yourself, you might want to pick up that punch before it's completely gone. So I just rub the sponge on the ink, get some ink on there, and I swirl it over the entire thing. I like to make it darker on the edges when I'm using a full panel like I did here. So to make it darker, you just go in again on the edges. Oh, my cell phone just went off. To make it darker, you just go in again on the edges with some more ink. Then you're going to take a soft tissue or paper towel, and you're just going to rub off the excess ink off of those embossed images. And the ink is already being resisted. The ink already resists the embossed images, but this will just get any excess ink off. And there you have it, your own background paper. Isn't that a fun technique? And then you can do this with any color that you have at home. Here's my finished card again. It stands up like this. I hope you enjoyed my card today. Visit my blog, heatherscreativeblessings.blogspot.com, if you would like more ideas and inspiration. I have several other cards that I've been making this week inspired by my PJs. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again on my next video. Hope you find some time today to make something creative. Bye.